Dune Part 2 finally released a full-length trailer. Guardians of the Galaxy is going to have a huge box office opening weekend, and Pedro Pascal has been cast in Gladiator 2.
Hello, movie friends. Welcome to Raiders of the Lost Podcast, the ultimate film and TV podcast. It's another episode of Movie News where we go through all of the industry news so you don't have to.
And we are currently in Austin, Texas on a work trip. We're filming this on Friday. If any big news dropped on Saturday, it's not going to be in this episode because we'll be leaving. We left Saturday morning to go to Austin, Texas to go check out Robert Rodriguez's latest film, Hypnotic, that's coming out this summer. We'll give you a whole lowdown of how that went, but we're getting flown out. We got a hotel. It's going to be cool. We're going to tour his studio, Troublemaker Studios, down there that he built in Austin, Texas. So very excited about that. But if anything dropped yesterday, sorry, it's not going to be in this episode.
And we also don't have the normal box office statistics today, but we do have so far Guardians of the Galaxy 3 had a $17 million Thursday night, which is one of the best Thursday previews of the last couple of years, and it's projected to make $150 million domestically and $250 million globally, so nothing is really going to be able to compete with it this weekend, or I would say next weekend either.
And Evil Dead Rise has broken $100 million box office. So those are the figures we can give you.
That's what we got
right now. That's all we got, guy. But let's get into the news
that we do know of.
Because there was a bunch of great stuff that dropped this week. First of all, as we mentioned earlier, Pedro Pascal has been cast in Gladiator 2. This cast is insane.
It's wild. Ridley Scott was just like, give me all the hottest actors alive.
All the hot and talented people. That's how Denis Villeneuve and Ridley Scott cast their movies. Are you hot and talented? Can you be in my movie, please? So we don't know what role it's going to be, but obviously I'm sure it's going to be a major role. And I just love him going back to the aesthetic of medieval or ancient cultures, Game of Thrones. He's perfect.
Great, yeah.
He fits in that world so well. Every different timelines.
He was such a scene stealer in Game of Thrones.
Just him in that kind of wardrobe. It works. You know what I mean?
Holding a sword.
Connie Nielsen has also been cast back in her role of Lucilla, and we already know that Paul Mescal has been cast as the lead Lucius. Barry Keoghan has been cast as Emperor Gaeta, and also Joseph Quinn has been cast as his brother in an unspecified role.
Can't wait, man.
Woo, this cast is shaping up to be something special.
I'm just so curious who Denzel's going to play.
I know, right?
I'm so curious.
Oh, yeah, Denzel's in the movie,
don't forget Denzel.
Holy fuck. Sorry, Denzel. My bad, bro.
He's a big fan, but not anymore.
He has unsubscribed.
Take your hands off me. Take your damn hands off me.
Quiver, lip quiver. That Jamie Foxx impression is so
Get your hands
funny.
off me.
Back to the news, though.
Gran Turismo dropped its first trailer, and this movie looks a lot better than what I was expecting. Now, this is based on the true story of an actual Gran Turismo gamer who became a real-life racer at Gran Turismo. I think this looks fantastic. Neil Blomkamp is coming off quite a long drought of making films. His last film, Chappie, was, I think, 8 years ago, so quite a long time.
That was the last time he made a movie?
That was the last feature film he... But correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the last major film he did.
What was didn't he do the boxing one with Hugh Jackman, or was that someone else?
He did. No, that was the guy who made Free Guy.
Gotcha.
Levy. But this trailer looks really cool. Orlando Bloom, David Harbour are leading the cast as the veteran actors, and then the young cast looks terrific. But I love the trailer. It looks exciting. The racing looks really propulsive and bombastic and really well shot. But also, I mean, it's just a fascinating story of a real contest that they had trying to bring a gamer into actual physical competition for racing. And it just seems like an ultimate underdog movie that we're always fans of.
Wow, yeah. So he's been doing a bunch of small videos and video game stuff, short films, ads. But his last feature-length film, I think it was Chappie in 2015.
With
Holy
Hugh Jackman.
Guacamole.
Yeah.
And now Gran Turismo, like you said, is based off a true story, but it's not like Gran Turismo isn't a race or anything.
I know, I missaid that, yeah.
So that's the name of the game, Anthony. He raced for Gran Turismo. I'm like,
when I said that, I was like, oh my God, someone's going to fucking comment.
Don't worry, I got it, guys. I'm on top of Anthony. Someone's got to do it.
Someone has to do the research around here.
But even bigger news this week.
Bigger.
Dune Part 2. We finally got our first a teaser trailer, then full-length trailer, and my goodness, it looked incredible. We did a Patreon breakdown on the trailer, but holy crap.
There's a 35-minute breakdown. It was great.
My expectations are blown away and through the roof. Obviously, we all know how much we love Dune. I'm sure many of you do as well, but part 2 looks sensational. I've never really seen a movie trailer like this and how awesome and freaking epic this looks. And I was so curious what Austin Butler is going to look like.
Oh, yeah.
What Paul Atreides riding Shai Hulud, one of the makers, one of the giant worms on Arrakis. What was that going to look like? We got a great glimpse, like a minute of the trailer is focused on him riding his first worm.
We also got teases of Hans Zimmer's new music as well, and there's some new aspects to the remarkable sounds he created for the first film that he has now created for the second film that sound absolutely stunning. Earth-shattering sounds.
So many sounds.
So many sounds.
Sounds.
Sounds. I really enjoyed the structure of the trailer, too.
Interlinked.
Interlinked
sounds. Interlinked. Sounds.
Interlinked. You're off the charts. But the structure of the trailer was really cool, and it was like, it played as like kind of an introductory Zendaya, Chalamet as Chani and Paul. We got a little bit of like a simple sizzle reel supercut of some footage, and then we got literally a minute of some of the sequence of Paul jumping on Shai Hulud, and that was just fantastic. It was like a scene within the trailer, you know what I mean? And then it went back to like another minute of sizzle reel supercuts, and I really liked it. It was so different from what typical trailers are like nowadays. I really enjoyed it. Set itself apart, I think, and it did, like, having that 1 minute kind of like a sequence of just the Shia Hulud sequence kind of gave you like a breath of how the scope of this is going to be, and really taking their time, not just with the film, but, you know, taking their time with the trailer to get you feeling what the sequences are going to be like. And I feel like if they just did like a super cut of like 5 1-second shots of that sequence, it wouldn't have been as powerful as actually watching Paul jump on it, and then you hear Zimmer's drums, doon, 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 doon. Oh my God. I was like, I got goosebumps. I was in front of my computer. I was like, yeah, Paul, ride it.
You know, you're in the, you know, I go to clubs, you just hear that music, ba, 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 bodies moving, Google Hunting reference.
Boom. Yes, boom, boom. Oh, yes.
Anyways, and also we got a great look at Princess Irulan, played by Florence Pugh. We also got, obviously, Lady Jessica, all the characters pretty much. We got a glimpse at Gurney Halleck back in action, so cannot wait. Blown away by the character design of Fade Routha. Sign me up. It's not exactly book accurate to the design.
Yeah, a lot of hate
people
online.
are upset about it.
Yeah.
I made a great TikTok video decimating the haters.
Why can't we just enjoy things, man?
I know.
I don't know, man. Just don't watch the movie, man.
Some other cool stuff that happened this week. Oppenheimer dropped a new poster. And also,
oh my God,
we are getting a new trailer in front of the Guardians of the Galaxy film. Unfortunately, we're not going to see the trailer because we already saw Guardians of the Galaxy, but they're putting a new trailer for Oppenheimer in front of it, as well as, I believe, the Dune Part 2 trailer will be in front of Guardians as well.
Wow, what a bunch.
So let us know if you saw Guardians this weekend, if they had both of those in front of it.
Insane. And
the trailer, the poster's awesome.
Yeah.
It's more of a markety poster. You know, it's Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer, front center stage with the giant bomb behind him.
But I love the red.
The orange,
reddish, yeah. It's
orange
fantastic.
is hot right now with posters, man.
Sounds like they're ripping us off. Woo! Did you see the Oppenheimer logo at CinemaCon?
No,
what? It was literally our text in font color.
I'm sure they copied us. I'm sure that's what happened.
I swear, I'm gonna throw it up. It said Oppenheimer when Nolan did his presentation, and it was literally our color orange with like text that looked just so much like ours.
Hey, Chris, you know, if you just want,
Chris, we know you're listening.
We know you're listening, Chris. You know you're our guy, right? All you got to do is ask.
No, he loves our podcast because we stroke him every episode.
I wish. Moving on to... got a great image from Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, Mission Impossible 7, Part 1. So it's Dead Reckoning Part 1, Mission Impossible 7. Sorry for the confusion there.
Well, hold on. Now I'm really confused because you said it backwards.
So it's Mission Impossible
7.
No. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Okay.
But this is also Mission Impossible, the 7th film in the franchise.
I don't understand.
Great shot of Tom Cruise fighting a guy on a train. They're actually on a train that's actually moving out in the world on a train track. It's insane. Obviously, they're roped to it, but there's a bunch of last year behind-the-scenes videos.
That was the first thing ever found online.
People were on trains that were running in the opposite direction, like filming videos of him on the train or on the highway next to the train. He's just sitting on the train waving at them. But they're actually on a train fighting. It's
I believe
crazy.
there's the main antagonist is fighting him.
It's possible.
S.I. Morales.
If he's the main antagonist.
Yeah,
it seems like the third act's going to be a reference to Mission Impossible 1.
So S.I. Morales, he's the one who replaced Nicholas Hoult before production.
It sucks for Nick.
But he's a great actor. So I think if I remember looking at the image, it was him on the train with Tom. I could be wrong though. There's probably going to be a bunch of henchmen.
Quite a few henchmen.
But
it's crazy. They're really fighting on a train that's moving. I love it. Also, Lauren Balfe, who we love, the composer, is making the music right now, and we follow him on Instagram. He's always posting these cool videos and photos of the orchestra and the different environments and stages that he's recording on. I love the guy, and I can't wait to hear what he comes up with for the music. Seems like a cool dude.
Does seem like a cool dude.
Moving on to Carl Urban is in talks to play Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2.
Johnny Cage,
who was a great character to play with in the game.
Yeah,
I love Johnny Cage.
I felt like he was pretty cool in the first movie, but they could have done a better job with it because he was always one of my favorites. Yeah, he was always one of my favorites to play as. But then I feel like the movie didn't really do him that much justice. So I think Carl Urban is perfect for the role in
the personality.
The first film did really well streaming because it came out over 2020, and it didn't get a theatrical release. It just got released on its streaming platform, and I believe it did really well. I believe it's HBO Max. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I heard good things about it. I never saw it, but it was rated R, so people were satisfied. There was like a lot of gore. There was like Sub-Zero like tearing people to pieces. So I'll maybe check that film up sometime soon. And if Carl gets cast, that's going to bring a lot of attention to the property. So I think they're trying to lock him in for sure. It'd be a smart move.
It'd be very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
Next up, Succession has announced that its finale episode will be 90 minutes long. So it's going to be a fucking movie.
And there's 4 episodes left, including tonight's.
So much.
And we can't watch it till tomorrow.
Yeah,
we're not going to be getting home to LA until like 10:30, 11.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see how tired we are, but we got to film in the morning.
Yeah, too bad.
Because
we'll just watch it Monday.
Yeah, because Monday morning, actually, we have a special guest that's going to come in studio and film with us. So the writers' strike in Hollywood in America right now, the WGA strike. Lots of questions about what's going on. We're going to have a WGA union captain on the show. We're going to film on Monday and post this episode on Thursday. We are super excited to have someone like this on the show, get their perspective, their insights, and really talk about the situation that's going on in America and Hollywood with the WGA.
Before that, we were just going to do the best research we could online and try to get a grasp for it, but I'm really excited to get someone on the show who knows what they're talking about and who has so much familiarity and an insider perspective of everything that's happening. So I'm really looking forward to that episode. I think it could be really great.
It'll be Thursday. Yeah. WGA strike explained, basically. What's going on with this writer strike? What's it mean going forward? If you love TV and movies, especially TV, you're not going to miss this because it's going to affect TV for the next several years.
And so some projects are actually at a standstill now, and some projects are still moving forward. So, for example, Rings of Power, the Amazon TV series, is actually filming currently, and they decided to continue with their production without any writers on set.
Or showrunners.
And without the showrunners on set. It's
Sorry.
Okay. You got excited.
Well, I have a good punchline.
What's the punchline?
It's not like they care anyways. Not the showrunners. Not like Amazon cares anyways.
But technically the showrunners count as writers, so they can't be on set either. So I think it could be a detriment to the set to not have the writers on because big productions, they'll have a writer on set to help out if there's an issue, if new dialogue needs to be written, if things need to be cleaned up, if a new idea comes about, or if something's not working. Hey, can you write something for tomorrow? So, I mean, Gladiator, right, we just talked about earlier, is an example of a movie that didn't even have a full script while they were filming. So writers on set can be very helpful. So, especially with a production that's as long as a 6-month film TV production. So I think it might be a mistake to not have writers on set.
You know what else is helpful? Kevin Kirk just became a $10 patron as we were recording.
Kevin!
I just got the notification on my phone. Thanks so much, pal. We'll hit you up in a little bit, and welcome to the Discord.
Thanks, pal.
Appreciate you. All right, let's move on to some more movie news. Guy Ritchie has announced yet another movie even though he's filming one right now. He just dropped The Covenant, which I enjoyed. I highly recommend seeing.
I'm
going
to see it this week. Yeah,
it's a blast if you love action movies, and also a great perspective on Afghanis in the Afghanistan occupation of
like
the
their
United
perspective,
States. Their perspective,
Yeah.
and so I've never really seen a war movie from their perspective. In do a decent job of those. So that was a really great thing about the film that I liked a lot. But Guy Ritchie is assembling some of his regulars. He's getting Henry Cavill, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Eiza Gonzalez for his next feature film.
Just the 3 hottest people alive.
Yeah, so Cavill and Eiza, they're filming his movie right now with the Ungentlemanly Warfare film.
Yeah.
So they're doing that right now. They're
Cavill
filming,
just wrapped.
So they're wrapping production, and then Jake obviously was just in The Covenant. Sign me the hell up. I love all 3 of these actors. Let's go.
Nothing has been announced about the film except for that. We don't have a title. We don't have a synopsis, but it is coming from a script co-written by Ritchie.
And Jake fits perfectly in the Guy Ritchie world of filmmaking. He works so well as a character in his movies.
Now I really want to see that movie. Also, Blade, speaking on Rings of Power and how it's continuing its production.
Oh, sorry,
on the
I
other
skipped
side
ahead.
of that, Blade has halted its production and is currently in standstill as Marvel is trying to figure out what to do about the writer's strike. So that is a production that has been shut down because of the strike.
I wonder if Nick Pizzolatto, who got hired, the creator of True Detective, to write the new script for Blade, if he's writing it, because
that's the reason.
Yeah. So
he just got hired to write, and now he can't write. He
right.
can't legally work on it right now.
Well, yeah. What I understand about a lot of the WGA strike, which we'll talk about more with Christina when she's on the show, is I think it's going to affect TV more than film for now.
It always does.
But I'm sure some people like this situation is going to affect them for sure.
Because what happens is like a film might have its script greenlit 2 years before, the movie comes out,
Oh, yeah,
But
sure.
TV has a quick turnaround, especially shows like SNL and other network TV where they're actually making the episodes not far off from when they're actually released. So there are films that are in the can that are going to be released over the next year that aren't going to be affected by this, but there's so much TV that is being affected by it. Like a big portion of writers, everyone in network TV for late night TV, all those writers' rooms not working right now. So that's definitely affects TV more.
Yeah, and I believe when you're summoned by your guild, by your union to go strike, you got to strike.
You can't
work.
Yeah, you can't work.
We'll talk to Christina more about this. So Christina will be on the show for Thursday's episode. Some more news. Speaking of...
No, you go.
No, you go.
No.
Speaking of racing, Brad Pitt is making a Formula One race car movie right now, and he's going to be driving a real Formula One race car as part of this movie for filming. And it's basically going to be Top Gun on a racetrack, which is what they're advertising it for.
Well, Kosinski's making it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Kosinski's making it. Joseph Kosinski, who did Top Gun Maverick and Oblivion and Tron Legacy, and also the firefighter film.
Only the Brave.
Only the Brave. And
also some stuff before that.
Yeah. Carrie Condon, who was just in The Banshees of Inisherin, Oscar nominee, is also joining the cast right now. I'm assuming it's probably maybe the character's wife or something like that.
She's playing the race car.
And then Tom Cruise is also offered to do some stunt driving if they need him. I swear.
I love that.
I swear to God. They probably will need him. He's fucking great.
It's amazing. But now this makes sense because Brad's announcement in this film was about a month ago, I would say. But I remember like 6 months ago, I saw a video of him at a Formula One race, and he got into the passenger seat of a real car. Not during the race, but like for fun during an exhibition.
For funsies.
Yeah, and now it's like, oh, he was probably doing some research and getting a sense for the world to prepare for this character.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sounds like a fucking awesome movie. I can't wait.
Go.
Looks like racing's coming back, bro.
Let's go. I love it.
All right, next up, Citadel, Prime Video's new big TV series, has now been called the second most popular series in their history. It is only behind the premiere of Rings of Power. Richard Madden and Priyanka Chopra star in this series along with Stanley Tucci and a big ensemble. And it's doing really well in terms of streaming numbers for Amazon, and it's already been greenlit for a sequel.
I mean, we got some
second season.
We got some. I mean, they released 2 at a time.
Yeah,
it's the opening weekend, of course. It's
the banner on the web.
Yeah. So I mean,
so if everybody uses your website, if everybody uses your app, and it's the banner they see when there's gonna be a lot of people click on it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's super popular.
And so, but it's getting very mixed reviews from critics and audiences right now. It's a 54% on Rotten Tomatoes and like a 72% audience score. So it seems to have a lukewarm response.
For a $400 million show, that's not gonna cut it, guys.
I'm curious what the finale numbers will be.
I'm curious about what the penultimate episode.
Yeah,
that's the real number.
Yeah, that's how many people are really interested.
Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Netflix has landed Adam McKay's next film starring Robert Pattinson and Amy Adams. We talked about this
about a month ago.
A month ago. It's called Average Height, Average Build, and it's described as a serial killer thriller, part comedy, that follows a killer who uses political lobbyists to change laws in order to make it easier for him to kill.
I wasn't surprised Netflix got this because they got his last film, and also his films require quite large budgets, and so I didn't expect a theatrical release production company to take on this project. It seems like too expensive of a thing to purchase and to fund. So I was expecting Netflix to get this.
And after the Don't Look Up numbers, I'm sure they're like, sure, man.
Yeah, they're happy with the numbers for Don't Look Up.
But what a cast already.
Yeah. Next up, Andrew Garfield and Daisy Edgar-Jones, who's having a huge 2 years.
So hot right now.
They've both been cast in a Carl Sagan biopic, one of the smartest guys ever. Not from Boston. I don't know why I said that. We just watched the Good Will Hunting GIF.
Yeah. I made a great tweet.
With Carl Sagan, astrophysicist or just physicist?
I believe he was astrophysicist.
Yeah, astrophysicist.
Let me double check.
He's wicked smart. He helped. He was instrumental in consulting on a lot of science-based films. I believe like Contact, and I think that Nolan spoke to him about Interstellar, maybe. But he definitely was involved.
That would have
in
been
Contact.
tough because he died in 1996.
He wrote Contact.
Yeah,
he wrote Contact, the novel that the film is based on. That's what it is.
Didn't he write the screenplay too?
Probably wrote the screenplay.
I think he wrote the screenplay.
Yeah, but he wrote that novel. That's what it was.
He was an astronomer, planetary scientist, cosmologist, astrophysicist, astrobiologist, science communicator, author, and professor, and just super cool guy.
Yeah, I mean,
and so Andrew's gonna play Sagan, and then Daisy Edgar-Jones will play Carl Sagan's wife.
Sounds like a good casting. Cool. Yeah.
Last bit of news: another horror reboot, legacy sequel, verse. So the Blair Witch Project verse is adding a fourth film to the franchise. It's gonna be called Blair Witch Quattro.
Quattro Plus.
Quattro Plus.
There's actually another one.
There's no title.
There's another reboot.
Another reboot besides Blair Witch?
Sylvester Stallone is rebooting Cliffhanger.
No, he's not. Is he going to be in it?
I wouldn't put it past him. Why not? You know, why the fuck not? It's being labeled a reboot. He's definitely producing it, but I mean, why not star in it too, man? Might as well.
He's too old to be hanging from wires like that all day.
He's still in great shape.
I mean, according to Instagram, yeah.
No, he's still fucking jacked.
He
can hang on a wire.
He's jacked.
He can hang on a wire.
Yeah.
It's not like he's really climbing mountains in the movie.
I don't know.
I mean, yes, they're on a mountain.
I think one of my favorite movie scenes of all time for comedies is the Ace Ventura Pet Detective
opening.
The second one. Okay, When Nature Calls, the opening when the raccoon falls. That's a great reference to Cliffhanger.
Oh my god, and the clip breaks. Oh, you're right. It's one of the best comedy openings of all time.
It's crazy how funny it is, but then how tragic it is.
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah.
Because it's so funny up until the point that it falls. It's like, oh my god, they're actually killing the raccoon.
But man, is it funny. It's so fucking funny. Especially because like we watched Cliffhanger, and it was our brothers had it on like VHS, and it was like
just one of those blockbuster rentals.
Anything Stallone was rented at our house.
He's a legend.
Yeah. I mean, Cliffhanger's pretty good. John Lithgow's the villain, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so.
I haven't seen it in quite a while.
What do you mean? You don't watch it every month?
No, I don't watch it every month, Anthony.
Whoa, I caught that. Oh, did you put that in your mouth?
Yeah, it's a toothpick.
Oh, nasty.
You got anything else for news?
Who throws a shoe?
Any more news?
No, that's it for news.
All right, thanks so much for tuning into our movie news episode. Sorry again that we won't get any updates if there are things that are happening on Saturday. Again, we are in Austin, Texas right now, enjoying a really cool event for Hypnotic.
I'm having a great time
right now. We'll talk about it more. That steak dinner last night was top-notch. Top-notch.
What'd you order?
I got the ribeye.
Nice.
Coming up for episodes this week, again, Thursday will be our WGA Writers Guild of America Strike Explained episode with Union Captain Christina Wu. And then tomorrow on Monday, we're doing an incredible episode on the classic film Chinatown. Don't want to miss this. It was such a great episode to do. It's a masterpiece of a film. If you got nothing to do tonight and you haven't seen Chinatown before, or you haven't seen it in a while, I recommend watching it tonight so you are up to date for tomorrow's episode.
It lives up to all the hype.
The breakdown.
Yeah.
Tuesday, we'll be doing our review on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and then we'll figure some other stuff out along the way.
Yeah, we generally do. We are going to do Zodiac.
We're going to do Zodiac the
Next
following
week,
Monday.
yeah.
So next Monday is going to be Zodiac.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. We're going back to,
Oh, yeah.
We're just going to go back to doing sick-ass movies all the time.
Oh, boy, yeah. Oh, boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the only Fincher one we haven't done?
No, we haven't done The Game.
Oh, yeah, we didn't do
We haven't done
Alien 3.
Mank.
Oh, yeah, we didn't do Mank.
We have not done... I mean, technically, we haven't done a solo episode on Gone Girl.
That's true. That's true.
We haven't done a solo episode.
We did Dragon Tattoo, didn't we?
Yeah, but we didn't do a Social Network solo episode, I don't think. Did
You're
we?
right, we
Yeah.
didn't.
I don't think we've done... We've covered it
What
briefly.
was the episode we did Social Network in?
I can't remember, but I don't think it was a solo episode on Social Network.
I think you're right. It was just the Fincher spotlight.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
Yeah.
That's what it was.
We actually... Maybe
We
should-
gotta do Social
Yeah,
Network
and
in
Fincher's one
like
of
a
our
month.
favorites,
In like
yeah.
a month.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the
We'll
best movies of the century.
Give it 30 days from Zodiac.
Yeah.
We don't want to do them like in the same
Some
week.
breathing room.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely.
We'll cover something else.
We should do a PTA movie too,
We absolutely should. And like a Kubrick movie.
and then like another Scorsese
And
one.
just really cool stuff. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you all so much. Become a patron today at patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost Podcast. It's the very best way to support our show. We have 5 different tiers of membership. Everyone gets access to the weekly chats and bonus episodes, which are exclusively on Patreon. So thank you so much.
There's some cool ones up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Twice a week. Bye.
See you next time.
Thank you for watching Raiders of the Lost Podcast. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, notifications for sure. Listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere you can listen to podcasts, and be sure to check out this other content we have on our YouTube channel.